Boko Haram fighters invade Dikwa during Defense Minister Service Chief's visit to BORNO. Okay. Hours after the Minister of Defense, Maj General Bashir Magashi, retired, led the Chief of Defense Chief Gen Leo Irabo and other service chiefs on an assignment visit to Maiduguri, Borno State. The Boko Haram insurgents invaded Dikwa with several gun trucks. Sahara reporters learned that the Boko Haram and Islamic State West African Province fighters attacked Dikwa town, only about 85 kilometers to Maiduguri, on Sunday evening, engaging the troops in a gun battle which lasted for hours. It was gathered that there were explosions in parts of the town, even as the ISWAP fighters took control of the major access roads into the area. The troops are still trying to contain them, but the situation is fluid and overwhelming. This is the fourth time ISWAP and Boko Haram have attacked the town since January, a source said. During the previous attack in March, the insurgents had dislodged troops of the Nigerian army, grounded the town and destroyed humanitarian facilities, which gradually forced the aid workers to abandon the town. On Saturday, the UN had already announced the suspension of humanitarian operations in Dikwa and Damasak. Meanwhile, in Maiduguri, the defense minister talked about the recruitment of more personnel into the armed forces, looking at the overwhelming security situation the military was dealing with, particularly the northeast. Very soon, we will embark on recruitment of other soldiers and officers so that we can improve the manpower of our armed forces. Your commanders will brief you on further details of what we discussed with them. You are doing your best and we recognize that you have already been baptized. All you need to do is find the enemy and bring him to his knees. We have the resources, the equipment to improve your standard and training to be able to do this good job. We will continue to improve on your welfare and allowances and all that is due to you, the minister told the troops in Maiduguri. Allowances doesn't sound like a proper salary. I mean, respect these people. Come on, what do you mean allowances? Allowances does not let's even find the definition of the word, because again, I don't even think they're treating them right. Because allowances basically means a sum of money paid regularly to a person to meet needs or expenses. You need to pay them more than that to meet their expenses and also live on for their kids. And also insurance, life insurance, health insurance, everything insurance. What are they building back home? What do their bank accounts look like after, let's say, 5 years? They should receive a lot of money. For the tax that we're paying and for the amount of salaries that these people receive, and them traveling abroad to go get top-notch services at cost of the Nigerian government, what do we gain from that? Nothing. So it's like that does not reflect. You need to pay them a salary because that is what it is. So again, I don't know. So what do we actually need? Because I don't know how many. Let me even search how many soldiers are in the Nigerian army. 150,000 soldiers and 6,000 officers, and you are telling me that that's not enough? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't actually know. Like, is that too small? I don't know. It's 150 soldiers not enough? Well, I mean 150,000 soldiers. Are they not enough? Let me even search in comparison to America. Oh wow. Okay. I just read through that. It says the combined component strength of the U.S. Army was 1,500,725 soldiers. Wow. I don't know. Like, that's a lot. I mean, America's population in comparison to the army kind of makes sense. I mean, maybe we can do well with more, but then again, it's the investment. I mean, fine, there are a lot in the army, but what kind of incentives do you, I mean, if this your example of your army, welfare publicly is for you to tell them, oh, we're going to improve on your allowances. and all that is due to you. What is due to them? Because then obviously the soldiers are working hard, but it doesn't seem like as if their efforts are being matched, and I don't know. Obviously, not everyone is meant to be a soldier, not everyone is meant to fight, but I don't know. Someone says it's time Nigerian police and army provided with vigilantes to safeguard them. It seems like it. Someone says, does it mean these Boko boys are not afraid of the defense minister and his service chiefs? Well, what do you think? Someone says this proves that our military personnel are incompetent and can't defend us. FG, come on, divide the nation before thunder will fire you. Okay, I don't know. How do you even tackle issues like this when you don't know how world wars and powers and how they work? But the fact just remains that there needs to be work. I don't know what Nigerians need to do. Again, with how corrupt the country is, how do we trust that the army, the soldiers themselves are not corrupt or are embedded into corruption that they're not even aware about, because all they do and are expected to do is take orders. That's it. Someone says time for the so-called defense minister and army to use their hands and carry the gun, enough of going to Abuja for AC. Seems like it. I mean, defense minister, service chiefs, security chiefs, there's so many roles, but what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? It's not coming forth. It's not by decoration and wearing all these medals and all. What have you achieved? Someone says, and they're busy carrying walking stick. Exactly. Is this power of them? Someone says this country, 90% of news coming from Nigeria are bad news. Well, it's the country that we live in, but what are we trying to do about it? Somebody says, if you've never applied before Somalia visa, I advise you to do so now, because by the time we finish with the zoo called Nigeria, Somalia will be paradise tonight to compare the zoo called Nigeria. All right. Okay, I don't know why I have to use Somalia as an example. Someone says Nigeria is gone, in brackets expired. Well, it seems like it. I don't know. What do you think we should do about the situation? That's it. I think it should be a state of emergency, but everyone is chilling, and so it's like it's not on a micro level. On a micro level, you can't really chill because it has to be a thing in mass. And how long? Except we're gonna start provoking conversations and provoking people, because it seems like that's the only aim. That's the only way to do it, because we are actually in dire need of intervention, like proper work. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.